Welcome to my farm. I hope the glare of the window isn't bothering you too bad. It's pretty bright and sunny this December day. And I'm in here in the barn with Jasper, Jeb, and Bianca. This is my husband's pony mare. Jasper's my riding donkey. Jeb is a rescue donkey I got from the kill pen, and I recently taught him to drive a cart in 8 days. So that's the crew I got with me right now. But I want to talk about my favorite training tools. My favorite training tools are a little bit different. For halters, I'm always getting asked what kind of halters I use on a donkey. Specially made for donkeys, and some of these work really well. The problem is they're not very adjustable. So that tends to be a problem with my large standards. So they don't always fit perfectly, and there's no way to alter them. Now, I like using a flat nylon halter. I don't like rope halters. I used to not really have an opinion about them. Now I do have an opinion about them, and I don't like them. The number one reason is because the only way you can really use them is to clip your lead rope onto the bottom. And sometimes when you pull side to side, all you do is put pressure on the donkey's nose, that extra pressure, which is supposed to be uncomfortable for them and make them more likely to do what you're asking, because they want the uncomfortableness to stop, which is fine. That works for a lot of people. The problem I was having with it is they're just too resistant. So then people tell you to pop them. Well, I don't want to pop them. It's not effective if I did. I'm not that strong. They're very strong and don't really care. So that's pretty ineffective, and I'm doing something that's not accomplishing my goal, which is to get them to turn, to give them clear signals. With a halter like this, that's adjustable. You can adjust on their muzzle pretty easily. You can clip from side to side. So when you're training leading, and you want to give a clear signal, this is so much better. It is so much better. It doesn't slide around. It gives them that clear signal. I have a video coming up where I will show exactly how much better like for him or any of them, how much better they respond to a more clear signal, because underneath it just slides. A lot of times they will tense their neck up, and then you kind of get a little wrestling match with them if they're being a little bit, you know, I don't want to do it kind of attitude with you. But a clear signal, this pulls right to the side. It's like, okay, that's what she wants. It's crystal clear. So I'm being extremely fair. I'm not putting pressure on for no reason. I know exactly what I'm asking. So halters that are adjustable. My number one favorite halter. My, of course, other favorite training tool, clickers. I don't know what I ever did without the clicker. Actually, yeah, I do. I wasn't able to train as efficiently as I am now. That's what I did without the clicker, not be efficient. So these little clickers are very cheap. Stick them on your wrist, forget about them. I love them. Super easy and super cheap. My other favorite, this little tiny treat pouch. You can find similar ones on Amazon. I got this from Horse Education. I don't think they make it anymore, but there's similar ones on Amazon. I'll put links to all these things in the video description below, so you know exactly where to go and get them if you're interested. Another favorite tool. Check that out. Well, hoodies are a favorite in the winter, but okay. Another favorite tool. This is one of those PowerPoint or teacher's pointers. This is awesome. A lot of people use dressage wands or whips, and I also like those for giving cues. You know, sometimes I want to tell him to move his hindquarters, but I'm up here. A little tap. If I want to tell him to move his foot, when we first started working on the panther walk, I wanted him to move his foot, so I would give him a little tap and until he moved his foot, and he loves the panther walk now. But this thing is not quite as long as a dressage whip that you see horse trainers use, but I like it better. It's very sturdy. It's not quite as long and intimidating. You can see nobody's really caring about this. So make sure you desensitize your donkeys to anything that you want to introduce as a tool. These are really, really awesome. And what I really like about these is if we go out on a hike and maybe I'm going to do some hindquarter stuff or whatever, I don't have to keep it open all the time. I mean, I can put it in my back pocket, put it in my hoodie pocket or whatever, and then if I want to get it out, bam, it's out. So I consider these must-haves now. I don't know how I got along without them before. These tools have made me a better trainer. Retractable pointer that can fit in your pocket. Clickers. Treat pouch. An adjustable flat nylon halter that you can clip to the sides. And of course, a lead rope. Any lead rope will do. I've even used dog leads sometimes when I've been in a bind and I couldn't find a lead rope. I've grabbed a dog lead. It's not a big deal. Those are my 5 essential training tools that I highly, highly recommend you get started with when you start training your donkeys, especially if you want to do any kind of positive reinforcement. Now, of course, I have videos on where you don't use the clicker. You could just use your mouth. I train mine to respond to both. If I'm training something new, clicker all the way. They get it quicker. They just do. It's gave me better results. And my goal is to be better all the time for my donkeys. It is to give them the clearest possible signals I can possibly give for what I'm asking, to break it down as small as possible if I have to. You'll be surprised the more you train your donkey, and the better trainer you become, the more clear your signals become, the more you understand their body language and can communicate with them. Also, the longer you have a donkey and you build trust, the quicker they will start to understand you, because they get to know how you move. Top training tools. Hey, Bianca. She's obviously not impressed with my training tools. That's why you're my husband's mare. Till next time.